Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here, and welcome to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, we unlocked the Team of the Season Jimenez card. If you guys haven't checked out the Perez video, we also did that one just before this one. Perez required 6 wins for goals and assists with a Premier League player, but Jimenez required 8, so that's why he's the player afterwards. In regards to in-game specifics, we have a card that is 6'2" with high work rates, 3-star skill moves, and a 4-star weak foot. So very generic stuff in the beginning, nothing too crazy, right? But a cool concept card regardless because of the Mexican links, Premier League links, and just the fact that Jimenez is a cool player from real life, right? In regards to traits, we're looking at power header and flair, so no outside the foot shot traits for him and no finesse shot trait with him. Obviously, very nice traits to have if you are a striker, but the nitty-gritty stuff in regards to his specifics on the card. 85 acceleration with 95 sprint speed. If you give him an engine chemistry style, you'll be boosting it by a +5 and a +4. His finishing is already quite nice, not something that you have to improve. He already does have 90 volleys with 94 shot power and 94 finishing, so you don't really need to mess with that too much. But he also has 97 attacking positioning, so what's that going to signify in game? We don't know yet, because that with his high work rates and his sluggish feel in game is going to be a very interesting variable to consider, right? We have to take a look at whether or not he actually moves off the ball really nicely, so hopefully he does. In regards to passes, the engine chemistry style is an important thing to give him pace as well as the dribbling boost, so a passing boost is not necessary, but it's an added improvement to the card because we need the engine anyways, right? The most important thing with this card is the fact that he is 6'2" with 59 balance, 69 with the engine chemistry style. So we need to test that out because his 3 main dribbling stats in reactions, ball control, and dribbling have been improved to essentially be perfect, right? But then he also has 92 agility with the balanced chemistry style as well. The great thing about this card is that he does have 94 composure with good shooting stats, good pace with the engine chemistry style. So you don't have to improve the composure, which is great. But obviously, dribbling balance is still going to be noticeable in the card, in my opinion. Hopefully, it's not when we actually try him out in game, but that's to be seen. In regards to stamina, he actually has 94 stamina as well as 79 jumping with 99 heading accuracy. So if he does get the ball in the air, he'll be able to score the headers quite frequently. He does have 89 strength and 92 aggression as well. So maybe that, with good off-the-ball movement of the high work rates that he has, could be an ideal situation too. So obviously we give our pre-game thoughts of what the card could be in game, but I do still think the balance part will still be very noticeable in game. But a cool card regardless. I wish they gave him a 5-star weak foot, because I feel like that'd make the card more usable in my opinion. But in regards to how we're going to be lined up in game, because Ayoze actually makes this team really nice, is we're going to be using him in a 4-2-3-1 setup with the possession-based offensive style, pressure on heavy touch defensive style. So that with the stamina that he has, the high work rates that he has, could be a very beneficial thing to test out. With Ayoze Perez playing in the cam position on high work rates, Jimenez also on high work rates, I believe that they're going to keep switching between each other, potentially because of the high attacking positioning from both cards and because of the work rate. So it should be a very interesting thing to take a look at there. In regards to instructions, we're not going to tell him to play on anything just yet, because we need to test out and see how he moves on the pitch and whether or not I even want him to push out to the side. So a lot of interesting things with this card for sure. Obviously, for the Premier League team, he's going to help me out a lot in regards to link-ups and future objectives, whether or not I need Mexican players and all that good stuff. So a lot of very interesting things to consider with this card. So we're going to go into a game with Jimenez. I really hope that balance doesn't influence my opinion on the card too much, because he's a Liga NOS player, so hopefully he's really good. You know what? This should be an interesting team to play against for Jimenez, actually. Okay, so he's tall in game, very noticeable. He has the big body type too. Oh, that's good. Okay, so his 3 main dribbling stats actually improve his dribbling quite significantly. It's good that those are improved from base card stats, because that actually will make his card incredibly usable. Let's see what he does over here. Starts running right there. Gets into the space. That with his physical presence will be helpful. It goes right back into the middle right there. So attacking positioning so far with this card on the high work rates, actually quite nice. I'm very happy that his dribbling actually feels better than I thought it would. That's good. You can see that it's actually pretty decent with the engine chemistry style because of those 3 main dribbling stats. Ooh, skill moves come off nicely too. Doesn't get back into that position quick enough there. Obviously, because the engine chemistry style doesn't put him in like the 95 acceleration, 95 sprint speed. He didn't utilize that space quick enough, obviously, but not a big deal there, to be fair. He is making those consistent runs in those positions right there. You can see that in that situation, I didn't want to shoot instantly because I just want to see that I just want to see if he goes right back into the middle once he starts to go to the sides, and he does. His attacking positioning with the high work rates is definitely allowing him to do that quite consistently. I may have to try him out with a stay central instruction because he does kind of push off to the sides when I don't necessarily want him to, so we're going to keep experimenting with just the bounce for now, and then we'll basically just take it from there. Good run right there. 4-star weak foot strike. Off the volley as well. He actually did the bounce touch himself. I didn't really do that myself. Once you see that your player does that specific bounce touch right there, it's actually mostly ideal to just shoot the ball instantly, because when they get that bounce touch off, it's just a very ideal situation to shoot it instantly, because it's just a mechanic in FIFA. Even for long shots, when your players do that small little bounce touch and they shoot instantly, it just feels more consistent. So a very good finish by him there, and obviously his off-the-ball movement was great there too. We're going to keep trying him on the bounce instructions first, guys, and then we'll basically go from there, because obviously sometimes certain strikers require the stay central so that they move around the pitch a little better. Should be a goal right here. Ooh, the pass is always just too much. Always just too much to the goalkeeper. That sucks. There we go. Oh, and he doesn't score that finesse shot. That's why the finesse shot trait, when you're looking away from goal in that situation, is ideal, right? Because he's looking away from goal and he doesn't have the trait, it's why he doesn't score that opportunity. But I am noticing that with the stay central getting behind instruction, he's playing that a little better, in my opinion. There we go. Now we could score that opportunity. Nice. You could see that what he does from the first touch, once he gets into the spaces, he does a bounce touch, right? And again, like in the first game, that's an ideal situation for you to score more consistently, because that first initial touch will just make the shot more accurate with power, right? You could see that the way that he finishes with a little dip is obviously really nice. I do like that his dribbling is actually usable. I thought it was going to be way more sluggish. That stay central getting behind tactic is working wonders for this card right now. I think that's definitely the most ideal instruction to give him so far, because he's going to do it again here. You see? You see how he was to the side, but then his instruction is to stay central getting behind, so he instantly started to do that right away. Really nice, man. That's the thing about some strikers, right? Sometimes you just need to put the right instructions on them to make them usable. Like, he obviously doesn't fit it on balance. He doesn't fit it on just stay central. He needs to be forced to get in behind to utilize certain space, because his characteristics will contradict the instructions sometimes, right? So right there, that's exactly where I want you to do it. Nice. Goes back into the middle, tries to play that stay central instruction. Stops right there, which is perfect. Makes the run upwards, nice. We'll try a finesse shot from there. Good block from the defender. Yeah, he's definitely moving around the pitch way better with stay central getting behind, for sure. Yeah, so far with the card, guys, I definitely put him in the usable category for sure. I keep telling you guys, man, but I really thought his dribbling was just going to be really poor. But the left stick dribbling with him is actually quite responsive. The balance part is obviously still noticeable for sure, but it's just not as effective because they boosted reactions, dribbling, and ball control for the card to make him incredibly usable. So with the tactics that I'm using, guys, on possession, with 4 width, 2 and for players in the box, he plays the instruction of stay central, get in behind way better than he does for anything else. I don't feel like I want to put anything else, because if he didn't have high attacking positioning, he wouldn't really play to that instruction that well. But with these tactics, he's working really nicely. And I feel like with balance too, it would be a very similar situation, because I feel like you have to force the runs out of him with the get in behind so that he does it quicker, you know? You see? The left stick dribbling is actually quite nice. His shot power in certain situations doesn't feel that great. Like in this one right here, I would think maybe it would be better, but he is also coming off of a certain touch which isn't fantastic. But you could see there in that situation, his left stick dribbling is way better than I thought it would be. That left stick dribbling helps out this card so much. Finesse shot from that angle? Ooh, okay. Hit him with that finesse shot from that angle. Let's go. Without the finesse shot trait, too. Should he score the one inside the 18-yard box more than that one? Probably, but... It's funny because with the stay central get in behind instruction, he still doesn't really get in behind as often as I thought he would, which is actually good. It actually creates a balance with his card that he doesn't consistently always do it. I don't know, he just moves around the pitch better that way. Alright guys, so final verdict on the Team of the Season Jimenez card that you get from Objectives. He's pretty usable. I don't think he's this amazing striker, right? I think I would compare him in regards to using someone like Thuram's card, right? Where they're very usable in the team. They'll utilize empty space okay. I think Thuram utilizes empty space better than Jimenez for sure, though, because I feel like the high-low work rates works for that Thuram card really nicely. With Jimenez, I feel like I have to mess about with the instructions a little bit too much, which I personally don't like. I like it when it's a little bit more straightforward, right? With Osimhen, I realized stay central is the ideal situation with him. With Jimenez, I felt like I was always changing it because one didn't work more than the other or whatever it was. Stay central, getting behind felt like the best instruction to give him, even with the attacking style that I used. The only problem with stay central getting behind is that it does kind of make your player a little bit too linear in regards to how he attacks. I personally prefer to not give any instruction on my strikers if possible, because balance allows your players to move freely, and if their off the ball movement freely is really good, that's the most ideal situation. So I don't like that I have to mess with his instructions too much in regards to making him more usable. But again, his finishing, when he gets that bounce touch from the first initial touch, is really nice. He always bangs them into the back of the net because of shot power, and the finishing that he has, as well as the composure, is really, really nice. I do stand by the fact that I wish he had the 5-star weak foot, because there were certain situations where I'm like, you know, having a 5-star weak foot would compensate for the fact that he's not like this incredible striker, right? Meta-wise. But he's incredibly usable, guys. For a gameplay objective, you can't go wrong. I will say I personally enjoy using Ayoze more than Jimenez in my team. Ayoze in the cam position is actually very, very... I would say he's just above the usable mark, but I would put Jimenez in the usable bracket. You guys know how I kind of pick and choose where I put these cards in regards to meta, not meta, and whatnot. So, yeah, give him an engine chemistry style. His dribbling is definitely significantly better than I thought it would be. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys. I'll try to get Ndidi here in a bit for you guys.